Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
The San Diego Union Tribune and Sign On WS Radio presents San Diego's Finest Radio with your host, Jack Warren.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Radio Jack's live broadcast here from WS Radio. And today we have an interesting entrepreneur, I guess. The best way to describe him as a web guy. And he wants to be rewarded because that seems to be his company. Aaron Gobitis, right?
Yes, I'm very happy to be here, by the way. I'm excited. But yes, Gobi rewarded. Actually, Gobi was my nickname when I was in the Marines. So that's,
You're in the Marines. What branch? I mean, what, yeah, branch. What rank?
So I ended up making it to corporal, but I was in force recon. So corporal was like literally I was a slack man, lowest guy on the team because everybody else was sergeant higher usually for ATL or.
I was in the Marines, or I was in the Air Force, so we have a veteran background. Tell me, what is it that your company does that is helpful to the local businessman?
So we're really built around the local small business owner. So we do websites, social media, video, and pay-per-click advertising. And I'm sure that everybody hears from a million people who do stuff like this all the time. And I started this business when I got out of the Marine Corps. I did not have a background in any of this, but what I did have was a small business background. My dad always had a drapery shop growing up. We literally lived in the business. I was probably handing tools up to him on a ladder since I was 8 or 9 years old. But we would. But the thing is with them is they're very good at their business, but they're not necessarily very good at their marketing. And a lot of these business owners haven't had a chance to move into the digital age yet. So that's why. The three things that are going to make us a lot different than any other marketing person that you're going to run into is, first off, we only work locally. So we like to meet face to face with our clients. I don't care how great of a conference call software you have. There's always still bugs with it. People hate emailing back and forth, and it's just the communication's a lot better that way. Helps us also keep our prices in check as well. Second thing is all of our work is done in-house. So most marketing people have, a guy like me meet you at a Starbucks, and then you say, I want this, this, and this done. Then he hops on his computer, gets some guy in Bangladesh to do the writing, some guy in Australia to do the social media work, and their buddy from college to do some video stuff. And then at the end of the day, people are always like, well, the project never got done, or it wasn't cohesive, because those people aren't paid to talk to each other. They're paid to just do their job. Even if that's a very good videographer, that videographer has never dealt with that web designer before. And the third thing is we're built for small businesses. So everything that we do can be executed from start to finish with very little to no input from the business owner themselves, because that business owner is going to be busy processing payroll. They're going to be training their employees. They're going to make sure, heck, they have trash bags in their office, everything like that. They're not sitting there worried, hey, did I post to Instagram that day? Did that video shoot get done? Hey, what should I be posting? What update should I be making to my website? We can take care of all that for them.
Well, it sounds like you do it all.
That's the point.
Man, that's great. When you have somebody like you working for you to develop a website, what are the things that you need to know from the host, from the buyer? What do you need? What information do you just need everything, or do you need?
The more the better. At the end of the day. But at the end of the day, too, we live in reality where we understand that small business owner is most likely not going to have all the information and content that they need. So we have what's called a discovery meeting where they come in to our office, they meet with our staff, and we get everything that we need to start a project with them, and whether that's what their logo is, their logins, everything like that. But at the end of the day, we realize that once that meeting's done, we're not going to have everything we need, and that's why we work locally. Because if we don't have what we need, we just go get it. If they say, hey, we need a picture of the outside of the place, I just send my photographer. We go get a picture of the outside of their place. Oh, we have a burger that wasn't on the menu or something like that. We just go get it. They don't have their Facebook login. We work very closely with Facebook, and we'll get the login eventually, by hook or by crook, to go get it for them. So,
what size companies do you work with?
I would say anywhere from 5 to 15 employees tends to be where we work really well. And the reason why I say 5 to 15, usually once someone gets around 20 to 25 people, they tend to have a marketing person on staff. And not that we can't work with a marketing person that's on staff. We do very well with like Tri-City Hospital and stuff like that, working with their marketing team to create things. But that's really what our processes and system are really well set up for.
Okay, so if you are using your service for a hospital, let's say, would you be?
I would say it would be more for like a dentist's office.
Yeah.
That more so than a hospital.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. What size? So the size would be like a dentist's office. All right, and
a dentist, a lawyer, a veterinarian. We do work with solopreneurs as well. They may not get a full use out of our packages, but as much as like, let's say a plumbing company who has 5 trucks would be a perfect size of what we're dealing with, because that person isn't sitting there worried about, they're more worried about the processes of their business as opposed to every single nuance that's going on.
Yeah, I was thinking I have a couple of attorneys. One is coming in maybe today, and then one in the middle of June. Would attorneys be a good candidate? Attorneys
do work out very well. The one thing with attorneys that I think a lot of people who are more old school attorneys, because we deal with more old school people. Even if you come to our office, it's kind of built for I think your producer asked me, do you work with a silver haired older gentleman? And I'm like, that's a good amount of our clients right there. Is a silver haired. You're gonna have to get a little more specific, but it's really built. The style and everything's built more for that type of person. But the one thing with attorneys, I find especially when they go from doing stuff analog to digital, that magazine ad that cost them a few grand or something like that back in the day used to yield a lot more business for them. Whereas, when we talk about digital advertising, it's highly competitive in certain spaces, lawyers being one of them. So either you have to get incredibly creative with your content, or you're going to have to spend a much higher ad budget than you would. A $500 ad budget doesn't go a very long way on Google Ads for a personal injury attorney. Whereas, if you're talking about somebody who, does like a trampoline park, that goes incredibly far.
Huh. Well, trampoline park, okay. I was curious to know, how many guys do you have on your staff most of the time?
So we have 8 full-time employees, and this is something that I'm always very proud about with with our company is, because of the way we have things set up, I can be a marketing company that employs people full-time. We offer benefits. We have a great company culture. People get to work together, as opposed to I think where a lot of these younger guys are coming in, they might look at the money and the freedom of a freelance style culture, but they don't realize that, once they actually start getting kids, getting a house, getting more commitments, and they're not living in their parents' house or something like that, that steady work is actually a lot less stressful at the end of the day. Having a 9-to-5 job is a lot less stressful, and there's a reason why a lot of people do it.
Are they specialists? Are each guy as a specialist?
So that's what we really try to do. We really, and that's another thing. I think when people go freelance, they tend to not realize that people are going to expect them to do other things. They're going to expect your video guy to also be a social media guy. In our office, our video people, they just do video. Our website guy isn't sitting there posting to Facebook or anything. He's just working on websites. And I think they get to follow their passion a little bit more. And also, at the end of the day, the product gets a lot better. I'm glad that they get to cross-train and also apply some of their stuff to other avenues. But at the end of the day, I think you don't have too many website guys wanting to shoot a video.
Yeah. I would imagine once they get locked into a specific type of part of the business, they're pretty much satisfied with that, and they can get better at it as time goes on. The more they do, let's say, posting or whatever it is that they're doing, the more they do it, the better they get at it.
And the better they get at it, and the one thing that you'll find a lot of small business owners doing, like let's say you go on Craigslist or Indeed right now, you'll find 1 million job postings for marketing. And everybody's looking for the guy who can manage the website, do the social media. They can do some light video work and also do some graphic design stuff and be there at trade shows and everything like that. And they're looking to pay $15 an hour for it. Just across the board. I'll tell you that person doesn't exist. If that person existed, I would have hired them already.
Yeah.
But you might be able to find someone who does something decently. And really what we try to become as a company, we try to become more affordable than having a full-time marketer on staff. And we try to make it less, more logical than burdening an employee and also more logical than doing it yourself. So, and that's, really the nice part about having all the in-house people working for us is people aren't paying the contract rates, especially when you run into websites and video. Some people are like, oh, I paid $10,000 for my video. And it's no better than the video we made. But at the end of the day, if let's say you were hiring a marketing company to do a video, that marketer is going to find someone who might charge that, let's say I pay a videographer X amount of money. That videographer is going to now charge the marketing company X times 2 because they need to provide their own equipment. It's not a full-time job, everything like that. And then as a marketing company charging you, I'm going to be charging X times 3 or 4 so I make more money. So something that costs you $10,000, we can do for about $1,000.
Wow. Well, that's one of the leading questions I have, and probably a question that everybody has. How do we get a hold of you if we want to hire you?
So you can go to goberewarded.com. You can also check us out on Instagram at goberewarded. But,
how do you spell that?
GOBEREWARDED. But what I always, recommend doing, you'll see us right off the freeway on the 78, right on the Emerald exit. Just book a time to come stop in. We'll chat about marketing. You can meet the staff, check out our studio. And, we're always glad to sit down and talk to local business owners and figure out how we can solve their problems.
Yeah, well, that's important. What is it? What's your phone number?
760-421-8456.
Thanks for being with us today. That was interesting. You've been listening to WSRadio.com, the worldwide leader in Internet talk.
Can you imagine a world without children? A world where children don't play, or dream, or imagine?
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're working every day to find cures for diseases that strike down children. Because we can't imagine a world without children. Can you?
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. To learn how you can help, log on to our website, stjude.org.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the Coaches Training Program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Tired of presentations with no impact, no inspiration, and no traction? Do dull speakers have you and your team disengaged and distracted by smartphones? Christopher McAuliffe brings energy, insights, and 2 decades of experience, delivered with punch, humor, and heart. Your team will leave energized, uplifted, and with a sense of purpose. Visit ChristopherMcAuliffe.com to bring some heat to your next speaking engagement. McAuliffe. ChristopherMcAuliffe.com.
Looking to be a successful entrepreneur? The virtual assistant industry continues to be a top choice for those looking to start their own business. The problem can be how to become a virtual assistant. Many turn to the Bible of the VA industry, the book Virtual Assistant, the series, and it's the perfect guide for office managers, executive assistants, and other administrative professionals looking to make the transition from employee to successful business owner. Go to vatheseries.com to get your copy today.
Hi, Scale listener. This is David Finkel, co-host with Jeff Hoffman of Scale Your Business. I wanted to let you know that our newest book, Scale, was just released and to encourage you to get your copy. The book will give you 7 proven principles to grow your business and get your life back. Scale will help you work less by getting your business to produce more. Get your copy online or at your local bookseller. For more information, visit us online at scaleyourbusinesstoolkit.com.